begin our session today with a bit of guided meditation. So you're welcome to just get comfortable, let your body feel like it doesn't have to hold anything up. Perfect. And the eyes can soften down. And just begin with a long, slow, deep breath in and exhale, letting it go. And just feeling yourself arriving here in this moment, here in your body, with this dedicated time that you're setting aside for you. And just feeling into the sensation of your body, of your vessel, in whatever you're sitting on, whatever's supporting you. See if you can feel yourself sink into that just a little bit deeper. And noticing the sensation of all the points of your body that touch, that connect to whatever's holding you. So begin to let your mind move through your body as you feel into those points that touch the seat, the ground. Just feel how your body responds as your mind connects to those points of your body. And as you're feeling into what's holding you, what's supporting you, you can allow your vessel to soften and sink in a little deeper. With the focus today on the sensory experience of touch, we're going to be focusing on the ways that we can connect to ourselves, to the body, to the breath, a little deeper, a little more focused. So, starting to feel into the skin and the texture of the clothing and the sensation of the touch of clothing against the skin. And just starting to feel into that without any mental judgments. It's just a really deep practice of awareness and presence. So you can allow your mind to scan through your body, over the top, the sides, the back of the body. And I invite you to bring one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly. And just feeling through the palms and through the arms, the sensation of the body beneath you. Maybe the warmth of the hands, the weight of the palms, the sensations under the palms and fingertips as you feel your body and feel your clothing. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. So allowing your hands to just be soft and gentle, the place where they don't have to strain to hold there. Just let them rest into your body. And feel the space within as you can sense the palms lifting as the breath expands. And you feel the softening as the breath releases. Just be with that for a few moments. This expansion, rise of the breath, and gentle release of the breath. Just let your mind stay with that for a few more moments. The sensation of touch against the body, the sensation of the breath, and anytime the mind wants to drift or wander away from this presence, lovingly, graciously guide your mind back, focusing on the sensation of touch, the rhythm of breath, as this grounds us in the present moment, grounds us in the here and now, allowing the mind to rest in the present, allowing the body to ground in the present. Feeling into a deep, deep breath, and perhaps a moment to hold it at the top. And just feel that energy within the body. And then when you can, slowly, softly let it go and feel the gentle release. And you might do that a few more times, breathing in, filling your lungs, finding a moment of pause, a holding of the breath at the top, softening into that hold, and then exhale, feeling the lungs deflate, the softening of the chest and the belly. One more like that. And then the palms can gently soften to the sides. And you might even feel where you had felt the weight of the palms or the sensation of the palms just a moment ago. You might still feel that sensation over the chest or over the belly. As you relax your arms, just let them fall to the sides where they're comfortable. And we're going to take a moment to bring the palms together. So you can take the two palms, and you can do this with your eyes open or closed. Bring the two palms together and feel the space between the hands. You might even start to slowly rub the palms back and forth and start to feel the texture, maybe even a little bit of warmth. As you start to build that friction, go a little faster maybe, starting to just notice any heat that's building, any energy that you feel between the palms as you're rubbing, staying soft through neck and shoulders. And then start to go a little faster, rubbing a little faster. Start to feel that heat building between the palms, that energy building. And then you're going to take a moment to go as fast as you can, build as much heat as you can. Keep your shoulders and your neck relaxed as you're rubbing the palms together. Yeah, and then take a moment to pause and just hold the hands at the heart and feel that warmth and maybe even a little tingle or whatever energetic feelings you notice between the palms, maybe even into the wrists. And just be with that sensation for a moment. And then with the eyes closed, you can bring the palms out in front of the chest a bit and separate the fingers in the palms about an inch or so. And just feel, with the eyes closed, feel the space between your palms. Feel into the pulsing or anything that you notice as you draw your mind's attention to the space between your palms. Maybe you still feel that buzz of energy, and then pull the palms apart another couple inches. And keep your mind's focus on the space between the palms and what you sense, even though the palms are not touching, still feeling into the energy between the hands, the warmth there. And then once more, pull it out a little wider, maybe as wide as your shoulders. So you're holding this space in front of your heart. And feel into that energy here between your palms. And then with this movement of the palms, you can just kind of play with this space. You might move the hands closer together and then pull them farther apart. Notice the space between your fingers. You can move the hands back and forth. You can wiggle the fingers. You're starting to feel into this space, the energy, the sensations, guiding your mind into this presence. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the palms back together and then feel them touch once again. And notice now, what is that sensation like? What does that feel like? What does your mind notice as you feel the palms come together? Taking in a deep breath, begin again with this rubbing back and forth, creating more friction and more heat. And this time, as you're starting to feel that warmth build, as your palms are creating more energy between them, more heat, more of that friction. You're going to take it to the point where you feel the most warmth between your palms. And then when you get to that place of feeling that heat, You're going to cup over your eyes and just let your eyes soften and let the warmth of your hands melt around your eye sockets. And just feel into that sensation of the warmth of your hands, the weight of your fingers above your eyes, the palms slightly pressing below the eyes, trying to relax your eyes in their sockets. And then let the palms fall into your lap, but keep the eyes closed and feel simultaneously the sensation of your palms and the space around your eyes. See if you can check in with your mind into both of those sensations at the same time. The feeling in the palms and the sensation around the eyes. Taking a deep breath, just noticing. Then we're going to start to work with the sensory space of closing down the eyesight, but feeling into the sensation of the muscles of the eyes. So we can let the palms relax, let the shoulders soften down, and feeling relaxed through neck and shoulders, head and neck. Let your eyes soften down. And we're going to work with some eye exercises. So noticing the sensation of the lids closed, and we take away the sensation of sight. So we focus in fully on the feeling of the touch of the body. Noticing your hands where they're resting on your shins or your knees, or your thighs. Noticing your shoulders softening, your neck relaxed, your jaw relaxed. And then bring the focus to the eyes in their sockets. With the eyes closed, you're just going to start to let your eyes fall towards the back of your eye sockets. So you feel like every muscle around your eyes can relax. And really try to feel into the muscles around the eyes. Feeling that softening, that sinking. And then the eyes are going to start to look upward, stretching towards the crown. And then come back to that center point. And then let the eyes drop downward. And notice how it feels to pull the eyes as if you were looking towards the root of the body, towards the ground. And then come back to center with the eyes. And take them over to the left as far as you can look. The lids are still closed here, but you're letting the eyes fall to the left. Looking around as far as your body can without moving the head. Just the eyes. And then come back to center. Take the eyes over to the right and let them pull to the right as far as possible without strain, but feeling into the stretch, a little bit of stretch in the eye muscles. And then it comes back to center, softening. And then you're going to start to look upward and over to the right, down, over to the left, back up. So we're taking a really big clockwise circle with the eyes. Just noticing how it feels. The sensation of the eyelids touching the cheeks, the eyelashes, the eyes moving in the sockets, touching upon all those corners as the eyes glow slowly in a circle. And coming back to center, finding that softening point in the middle. And then beginning to look down. And now back over to the right and up and around. So now we take the circles in a counterclockwise flow. And feel into that sensation of the eyes moving through, touching upon those 4 points, but moving in a circular flow. Keeping the mind present, noticing the sensations, gently exercising the eye muscles. Go a few more counterclockwise circles. And then bring the eyes back to center. Let them soften, let them relax. And then begin to look up and to the right, and then diagonally down and to the left. And follow that line back up and to the right, back down and to the left. So your eyes are tracing this line diagonally from bottom left corner to top right corner, back and forth. And just feeling into the sensation as the eyes touch upon those points without noticing, or rather without the sense of sight, excuse me. So we see behind the lids, but we're focusing more on the sensation of the eyes touching those 2 points back and forth. And then back to center. A moment to pause, to reset. And then begin to look up and to the left, and then down and to the right. So we're crossing that X the other way. Back and forth with the eyes, touching between those 2 points. And observing the sensations along the way as you are keeping your jaw relaxed, your face soft, just moving the eyes. Trace that line one more time, and then let the eyes come back to center and soften. Soften the eyes in the sockets, soften the cheeks, soften the jaw, the throat. And when you feel ready, you can let your eyes gently blink open. From here, we're going to move into working on the palms, into the wrists, into the forearms. And we can even work into the upper arm a little bit here. We're going to be doing some self-massage. So we'll start with one palm. It doesn't matter which one you start with because we're going to do both. So just starting with one hand, you're going to take your other palm and curl it around your thumb, like you're holding almost like a joystick. And then your other fingers curl in. So one hand is curled with the thumb up, the other palm is just curling around the thumb. So then from here, you're just going to take your top palm that's cupping around the thumb and rotate the thumb around a little bit. And just feel into how much mobility there is in that thumb joint, how that might feel in the wrist. And you can also do little pulls back and forth, like you're almost pulling back on a joystick. Yeah, just kind of feeling that movement around and around. And then we're going to move to the pointer finger. So you're going to take the pointer finger, take your hand around, but this time you're just almost like you're wringing it out. So you can kind of twist the two into each other and just feel how that massages the muscles on the finger. You might even feel a few little pops and cracks as you're rubbing, and you can decide how much you want to grip with the palm that's gripping around the finger. You can decide how tightly that feels to massage the finger. And then after a few rounds, you just move to the next finger. And I like to try to go up as close to the base of the finger as possible and just squeeze and wring out. So we're bringing energy into the fingers to release any little tension or stress that we might have trapped in all those joints, because we do so much with our hands every day. So once you feel like you've done a few times on that one, move to the next finger. Wring that one out. Yeah. And just keep moving through the fingers, going a few times each way, back and forth. And then once you've gotten through all the fingers on one hand, I'm just going to pause and feel your palms. Maybe just place them out in front of you. You can even close your eyes, and do you notice a difference? You can kind of feel a difference. One might feel a little more open, lighter. One might still feel a little crunchy. So we're going to go to the other side now, starting with the opposite hand. Find the thumb first and just roll it, pull back a little, forward and back. Just kind of stretching with gentle muscles, a little tendons there. And once you feel good on the thumb, start moving to the hands, to the finger rather, each one at a time, and just twisting out, wringing out the tension, getting blood flow there. Just noticing the sensation as well as you're going through each finger, that tactile sensation, skin against the skin, rubbing the muscle, and going through each one. And then once you feel like you got through all the fingers, then pause again and feel what does the feel like between the palms and the difference between the hands. Try to let them relax and just feel into the sensation inside the palms. Notice what you notice. Mm. And then start to wiggle the fingers. Feel that into the wrists. Try to move the thumbs at the same time. And then going back to the hand we started with, I'm going to press it out in front of you and take your opposite palm and hold the fingers and just let that push the palm forward as you pull the fingers back. So you're just gently pressing out, feeling the stretch to the bottom of the wrist. And maybe you even feel that all the way up the arm. Then we just reverse that, pressing the fingers down, pulling from the top of the knuckles with the other palm and pushing through the front of the wrist. So hopefully this time you feel more of that stretch all the way up the forearm as you press out through the wrist. And then from there, just give it a little shake out. And just let it flop and kind of flail around. Yeah, let the wrist be real gentle, but let the fingers and the palm just kind of move erratically. Nice. And then we're going to take the fingers, curl them around the under the thumb, and just flick out to the side. Nice. And then we take it to the other side. So first, palm out like a stop sign, bringing it to the fingers, and pushing forward with the palm. The thumb can just be out to the side. As you press out through the palm, feel the stretch across the hand, maybe even down into the forearm. And then relax that, fingers down, palm down, reaching over the front of the knuckles and pressing out through the wrist. Maybe even feeling that all the way up the forearm. And then let that release. You can just wiggle the hand around in space. Just kind of let it be loose. Noticing how that feels for the hand to just kind of wiggle and move through space. And then taking the fingers, wrapping them under the thumb and flicking away. Flicking away any tension that we released, flicking away anything that we don't need to carry in the mind and the body, just letting that release. And then relax both hands. Just let them come into your lap or onto your knees or thighs. Eyes closed down for a moment. And turning your palms so they face upward. So the insides of the palms are facing up towards the sky. Let your fingers soften, your wrists soften, and bring the focus of your mind once again back into your palms. See if you can feel both the right and the left simultaneously. Just notice what you notice there as you feel into the sensation of the palms. The inside of the palms touching the air, noticing any warmth there, any vibration. Take a nice deep breath. Let the eyes gently blink open. And we're going to work with one arm out to the side, and the opposite palm is going to come from the top of the palm. We're just going to do some light tapping to bring energy flow and sensation through the whole arm. So we start at the back of the palm and just a light, gentle pat up to the shoulder and then back down to the palm. So you can go at your own pace and whatever amount of pressure feels good for you. So it can be a really light little tap, or if it feels good, it can be a little bit more vigorous. And if your arm that you have lifted starts to get a little tired, you can always just put the hand down on the knee or thigh and still tap from the wrist to the shoulder without holding up the arm if it becomes a little tired. And then once you do that a few more times, just tapping from the wrist to back of the palm, all the way up to the shoulder, just noticing the sensation of this gentle tap, the touch of skin to skin, maybe how the tapping arm is feeling compared to the receiving arm. And then notice when you get down back to the wrist, relax the tapping arm, relax both arms. And again, closing down the eyes, just notice what you feel. Notice what's present in your body. How does the arm feel that was just receiving all that tapping vibration? How does the opposite palm feel? Just letting your mind tune into that without judgment, just feeling into the sensation, being present in your body. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. And then we take it to the other side. So just a gentle tapping. This is a nice warm up oftentimes for a qigong or tai chi practice to get the body flowing, to get the energy in the body flowing. And this way of gentle tapping just brings the blood flow into these areas of the body. It invites any muscle tension to soften and just brings our attention also to where we might have any sensitivities. If we're feeling any tenderness or there's any tightness or tension, we're bringing awareness to that as we bring this gentle touch up and down the arm. Doing that a few more times, all the way up, all the way down. And then relax that. And again, let the palms face upward, resting hands on knees or thighs. Take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. And closing down the eyes, feel into the sensation from the shoulders down to the palms. Take another deep, slow breath in, deep breath out. And then here, with the eyes open or closed, I'm going to wrap the arms around the torso and just see how far you can wrap the hands around your body. Let the elbows melt down, wrapping your fingers around your shoulders, your side body, just giving yourself a nice snug embrace. And then let the palms just press in, feel the press of the fingertips into the body, and relax the elbows down. And from here, we'll relax the eyes down and let the chin melt down. And just feel the sensation of your palms wrapping around yourself. Feel this sensation of this warm embrace. And feel the sensory response of your body as it presses out with the inhale. You sort of feel the pressure into your arms, into your palms as you expand your breath. And feel the sensation of the chest softening, the palms hugging in a little closer. Take another breath this way. And then release the arms, but switch with the arm that's on top. Crossing once again, but just switching the arm that's on top. Giving yourself another warm embrace. Feel your fingertips touching the body or the shirt that you're wearing, your skin. Just notice the feeling under the palms, that sense of touch under the finger pads, the base of the palm. And then also notice the sensation of how it feels to have your arms wrapped around you, giving a hug to your heart, relaxing your shoulders, softening through your head and neck. Holding yourself in this embrace for another full breath. Exhale everything out. And then gently let the arms release. Open the eyes softly. When you're ready with an inhale, sweep the arms out and up, reaching towards the sky, palms together. And then exhale, reach them down to the heart. We're going to flow with that twice more. The inhale sweeps arms out and up. Feel the palms come together and notice them float back down. One more time, arms out and reach up. And together, palms to the heart. Relax your palms. And from here, you're going to find a place where you can get more comfortable. So whether you are seated or lying down, find a place that you can relax your back, relax your head, and soften your arms. So whether that's leaning back into a chair or lying down on the ground, take a moment to get your body into that settled position. And once you find that, you're going to let your body relax into this grounded shape. Whether you're seated or lying down, let your legs be relaxed. And try to relax your hips, your low back, your shoulders, head and neck. Taking a slow, deep breath in through the nose, feel the sensation of breath drawing in through your nostrils. Feel the sensation of the body expanding. You might even rest palms on the belly or chest. So you can feel this expansion within as you invite fresh breath in. You can feel the sensation of the breath leaving the body. Staying with this sensation for a few more moments, just noticing the rise and the fall of the breath. I'm going to guide you throughout your body, gently guiding you to different points through your body. So your mind will practice staying present by listening and observing as we move through these different parts of the body. Your practice will be to notice what you feel, notice the sense of touch around this part of the body, what you feel this part of the body touching down onto, or the sense of clothing, or even the air against the skin. So just let your mind remain soft and relaxed as you listen to my voice. Guide your mind throughout your body. So if you find your mind gets distracted or you start to not hear everything I say, it's okay. You just keep guiding your mind back. The moment you've noticed the mind has drifted, just touch back down into your body, into the sensations, into this present awareness. So we're going to begin with the crown of the head. So you guide your mind's focus to the crown of your head. Just feel what you feel there. The crown of your head, you might be able to notice the sensation of the back of your head touching down to a pillow or blanket, the back of a chair. Feel what you notice as you bring the focus to the crown of your head. Then move that focus down to your forehead, to the space, the center of the forehead, where you would have your imaginary third eye. And just feel your forehead, feel into the sensations that are present there as you guide your mind's eye to the forehead. And then gently over the eyes. Feeling the eyes soft in their sockets. Notice the sensation of the lids closed, the feeling of the eyelids touching down against the cheeks, the edge of the eyes. Noticing the cheeks, the nose, and how that might feel against the air, against your skin. Feeling into the air touching your nose as it draws in. Maybe feeling a coolness of the breath as it pulls in through your nostrils. The exhale, noticing the warmth of the breath as it touches the edges of the nostrils, releasing from the body. Bring the focus now to the sensation in the lips and the chin and your jaw. Just being with this part of the body, noticing what you notice there. As you continue to guide your mind to different points of the body, feeling into the sensation that you notice there. Guiding your mind now to the sides of your neck and throat. Maybe swallowing a few times, feeling into the texture of the tongue against the roof of the mouth. The sensation of the neck and throat as you continue to breathe deep into the belly, letting the breath rise and fall, feeling into the sensations in the neck and throat. And come into the space of awareness around your collarbones. Across your chest, feel into this space on the collarbones. And notice what you notice as you bring your mind's focus there. And then from here, I'm going to bring the focus into the chest. And you're feeling into the chest as it expands with breath and deflates as the breath releases. You're welcome to just stay here in the mind's eye, feeling into the chest. You're also welcome to take your palms and rest them over the chest. Feeling the sensation of the palms touching over the heart space. And maybe even letting the fingers create little gentle taps under the collarbones and over the chest, just gently, lightly tapping the fingers, feeling that tactile sensation, feeling into the focus of the chest and the breath, this presence in your body. Relaxing your nervous system. You can let your palms rest there now, releasing the tapping if you engaged in that. Let your palms soften and just feel the weight of your hands against your chest, the warmth of your palms there. Feel the rise and fall of breath. As you bring the focus of your mind down through the torso, beyond the chest, past the ribs, centering into your navel point. Bring the mind's focus and attention now to your navel point. Feel it rise and fall with your breath. Feel the sensation of the breath pressing outward and softening the belly back inward with the exhale. Bring the mind's focus now to your pelvis. Notice the weight of your hips, the hip bones, the sitting bones, the whole of your pelvis. Bring the mind's eye into the hip sockets. Feeling into the hips and the legs. Noticing your body feel heavier as you get more weighted into the ground, into whatever's supporting your body. Feeling into the hips and the pelvis. Guiding that energy down the legs. So noticing the tops of your thighs. the back of your thighs, the knees, the front and back of the knees. Moving your mind's focus now down both your shins, right and left. Feeling into the shins, feeling into the back of the calves. Moving your mind's focus into your ankles. See if you can feel both ankles simultaneously. And then start to notice just the right foot. The right foot, the right heel, the arch of the right foot, the pad of the right big toe, all the way across to the outer edge of the foot. Feeling into your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth and fifth toes. And then feel your whole right foot. And then shifting your mind's focus over to the left foot. Feel the left heel, the left arch of the foot, top of the foot, the toe pads, the outer edge of the left foot. Bring your awareness to your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth and fifth toes. And then feel into your entire left foot. Then notice both your feet together. Notice both your legs together. Notice your torso. And then bring the attention to your right shoulder. Feel into the right shoulder, the front of the shoulder head, even into the back of the shoulder blade. Down the upper arm to the right elbow. Down from the elbow through the forearm to the right wrist. Feel your right palm. And move your awareness through your thumb, your pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Feel the sensation in each of those fingers. And then notice your entire right arm, all the way through the palm, through the fingertips. And then guide your focus to your left shoulder. Feel into the left shoulder, the front of the shoulder head, the back of the shoulder blade. From the shoulder down the upper arm to the left elbow. From the elbow down the forearm to the wrist, to the palm. Feeling your left thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. And feel into your whole left arm, left palm, down to the fingertips. Feeling into both arms together. Feel both arms simultaneously. And then guide the focus back through the neck, over the face, back to the crown of the head where we began. And then take a moment to feel as much of your vessel as you can. Feel into your whole body, from head to toe, front to back, sides, above and below. See how much of your body you can sense in this moment. And then take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Take a moment here to say thank you to your body. Thank you to your body for being the vessel that's carried you to this moment. Thank you to your body for all the ways it communicates what it needs, when it's feeling tension or soreness, when it needs extra love. And just thank yourself for carving out this time for you today. Maybe taking a moment once again to bring the palms together and feeling this sense of this building heat, as if your palms rubbing together was creating a warmth, an energy of deep self love and care. And then place those palms anywhere on your body that you need to just send a little extra love, gratitude, appreciation today. And just let that soak in. Take that moment for yourself, honoring yourself and all that you do. And when you feel complete with that, you can let the palms release, completing your practice.